Recently I did a video showcasing loads of awesome vendors that have a shite ton of credits and some pretty unique items to offer you. And loads of you commented down below with loads and loads of awesome vendors that you guys would recommend. So today I'm going to be showcasing a few of the vendors that you guys have recommended. If you do have more, let me know in the comments down below and we will have a little bit of a look and see if there's any more vendors that are half decent that we can get some good loot out of. I will be doing an overall view of every vendor that you can access later down the line. At the moment I haven't found them all yet, but when I've got that ready, it will go up hopefully within the next week or so. I'm also working on a detailed ship vendor location guide, so hopefully that should be up by start of next week. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like in the video, and stick around for much more Starfield content. Let's jump in and check out your favourite vendors. So first up, recommended by Howling Fad 03 is the Red Mile Ship Services vendor. I believe it was the Ship Services one. I've looked through here, he is the most interesting one, but the comment did just say the Red Mile vendor. So to get to this guy, what you're going to want to do is come to this location here, which is Porima. I think that's how it's pronounced, but it's pretty much central map. And you want to go to Porima 3, which is just up here, and then head into the Red Mile. When you land your ship, all you've got to do is run straight through to this big red mile sign. You cannot miss it. It is right there. But the ship services dude can be quite difficult to come across if you don't know where you're looking, because he's hidden away in a back room. So as you come through here, there is a way to go around here into the bar and all the good stuff. But if you come all the way to the back and open this door, this is where the ship services vendor is, and he has some pretty cool ships. He's got some random ones, mainly cargo ships, which are, if you are one of those guys that likes to haul a load of crap around with you, then cargo ships will be quite cool. He's got loads of awesome ones here. I am going to be doing a dedicated ship vendor video within the next few days, so make sure you stick around for that one. Next up, this one was recommended by Justice Clum 8046, and that is the general store in Gagarin, I don't bloody know, something along them lines. Now, this is in Alpha Centauri, and if you head straight into there, and then go down onto the right, you will come across Gagarin, I think that's it, not too sure, and you will want to go to the landing site. When you get to the landing site, it's very easy to get to where you need to go. Just follow the path straight down, past the ship technician dude. There's all sorts of the usual stuff here, Reliant Medical, UC Security Office, but you want to be coming to Clint's Collectibles. Inside Clint's Collectibles, Clint is a lovely little old man who will offer you various different things. Especially when it comes to miscellaneous items and resources. This dude is stacked full of resources at a decent price. Nothing's overpriced, but he's got weapons, he's got packs, he's got a bit of everything. And especially if you're high level, he's got some pretty decent stuff. Next up, this one is from Patrick Hudson 645, and unfortunately I can't actually get in there because every time I go anywhere near it I get the shite shot out of me, especially on the playthrough that I'm doing. But that is the Key. Now if you don't know, the Key is a Crimson Fleet star station, and it has loads of cool stuff in there, especially if you want to work with the Crimson Fleet and pretty much beat a bad guy. Now there are several vendors in there, and because it is a pretty much bad guy base, you don't need a scan to get in, so it is a great place to sell contraband, and the vendors that are in there all have between 5 and 11,000, with the majority of them having that high-end 11,000 credit, which is very good, especially if you're trying to offload some pretty heavy-duty stuff and want to make a decent amount of money pretty quick, because there are places inside the Key where you can sit down and wait for those 24 hours for those vendors to refresh. So overall, the Key in general is a great place to sell things if you are on that bad guy playthrough. This one is recommended by Mortash8109, and that is Noel in the Constellation. Now that is not because of what she sells, but because of how she buys certain things. Now if you don't know where she is, she can be found in Alpha Centauri at the lodge on the planet Jemison. Now if you don't know where that is the top planet there, and it is the first place that you'll need to come if you are following the main story, and then you can just fast travel here whenever you want to get there. And if you can't find her downstairs in the main room, what you want to do is go upstairs, take the third door on the right, go all the way down, take the third door on the right again, and you will see her just in here. Now, the interesting thing about her is not what she sells or anything along those lines, it's what she buys. Now, she will buy resources from you at a very high rate compared to other vendors. The majority of vendors will buy resources from you at a rate of just 1 credit per resource, but she will offer a much higher rate. For the next one, we're in Alpha Centauri again on the planet Jemison. You want to head straight over to the Nat system. This one was recommended by Califrio, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm butchering your name there, dude. And you want to be heading to the residential district. This is for the shop, the Centurion Arsenal, which is, as the name suggests, a weapons vendor, but a relatively good one. As you come out of the Nat, you want to hit a left and just follow this pathway all the way down. You'll be able to see it there, just through the pillars. And as you can see, they've got some pretty beefy weapons, which you can use the usual old exploit of grabbing stuff through the corner of the glass if you really, really want to, which, yep, does work, but somebody's going to start shooting you. Always remember that. Now, you want to come over and speak to the vendor, and obviously, you can do some funky stuff with your weapons too. Now, as you can see, there's a hell of a lot of weapons and ammo. A lot of these are advanced, but do remember when it does come to weapons and armor, a lot of it is level based for the vendors. The higher level you are going to come away with some better stuff. Now, relatively pricey as well, but they do buy weapons for a decent price. Now, the next few are all in the Well, which if you don't know is in the Alpha Centauri star system on Jemison. So head straight on over to planet Jemison, and as soon as you land in the spaceport, which is the first place you land, keep running up past the UC security office, which is just down there. Then you'll get up here, you'll see Jemison Mercantile, head directly towards that shop there. Now when you get over here, you'll find an alleyway with an elevator in it. If you head straight into the elevator, or lift as Brits call them, open it up and go down to the Well. For this one, it was recommended by Mornstar113, and this is Apex Electronics. You head all the way down, and then to the left, you'll come across the big blue sign here. Head straight on in, and have a little bit of a chat with Hendrix Zoran. Once you've had a chat with him, you'll be able to buy all sorts of random electronics and resources, and of course those all valuable digipicks. He will also buy a lot of miscellaneous items off you at a relatively decent price. But Hendrix isn't the most important one down here. What you want to do is look over to the right and you will find Vicente, whatever his name is, Vicente Salinas. And if you speak to him, he will give you a quest. You have to go and get a package. Now, to access his store, you will need to come to the Red Mile and head all the way to the back end, where you'll be a little bit of a package that you'll need to pick up. Red Mile is on Porima, I think it is, Porima 3, and you'll have to pick up Selina's package, which is not contraband, and then take it back to Apex Electronics. Now, once you've got that package, head on back, speak to Selina, or whatever his name is. He's got about 5 different names. Once you've spoken to this dude, you will have a whole new selection of hardware open for business, and you'll get yourself a little bit of cash as well. You'll have to wait for him to walk into his little back store here as he heads in. He's opened up a little bench here as well that you can work with, your weapon workbench. And then when he's in here, have a little bit of a chat with him, and he's got some special weapons, which also look pretty damn cool, some of them. He will also buy weapons off you at a fairly decent price as well. Next up, we're heading to the Volley system, and then over to Volley Alpha, to the City of Neon. Now, as you head into the City of Neon, this one was recommended by Tamara Bokum, I think that's how it's pronounced, maybe, I got it wrong, and that is Seghart's Outfitters. Now, the Outfitters is a great place to get armor, and pretty much a lot of random miscellaneous stuff, and I mean pretty random, but there's a lot of people in there you can talk to, and there's a hell of a lot of stuff that you can steal, if you really want to. Now, this guy's got a lot of decent stuff, and just like the previous vendors, he's relatively pricey. The prime spot, he just wants that money. I mean, a business is a business. He's got to make his money, right? See what he's got for sale. But as I was saying, this guy has various armor, apparel, and miscellaneous items. Obviously the odd weapon, but relatively pointless. But mainly the apparel, which will help you fit in Neon. And it's all pretty damn cheap anyway. Has the usual bonuses when it comes to apparel. Nothing too fancy. I mean, it just looks strange. You want to run around like a dancer, you can. You could be in the Neon Nightlife jumpsuit. Or a skirt. Or just a cap. Next up, we're back in Neon's core. And as you come out of the lift, you want to head right all the way down to the trading tower. Because we are heading to the Core Kinetics store. The Core Kinetics has loads and loads of awesome stuff on their floor. If you don't know how to get there, just head all the way into this back right corner to the elevator. There are loads of different things up here. You can get an absolutely insane amount of loot and see some pretty cool stuff if you do explore this tower. But Core Kinetics sells some insane weaponry. If you browse your inventory, have a little bit of a chat, and as you can see there, all of these weapons are not cheap. A lot of them are mag weapons, which are the most expensive weapons already. Pretty much, as you can see there, the advanced mag sniper with 773 damage, which is insane. The mind tear, which has almost no damage at all, but it costs a lot of money. Some pretty good weapons in here, and there's also a nice little shooting range in that back section there, as you can see behind him. All you got to do is go on through. You can pop your weapons out here, have a little bit of fun, and do some shooties. Now, hopefully this has helped. If it has, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for much more Starfield content. We'll be uploading every day at 9 PM UK time.